In the verdant kingdom of Illyria, magic wasn't cast with words or wands, but with stones. These were no ordinary rocks but the remnants of fallen stars, known as celestials. They held immense power and were the lifeblood of the kingdom. Cassia, a young stonemancer, had an extraordinary gift. She could hear the whispers of the celestials, a talent that few possessed. With obsidian locks and eyes that sparkled like the night sky, her appearance was as ethereal as her abilities. On a day that began like any other, a meteor shower unlike any before painted the sky. A radiant stone, larger and brighter than any Cassia had ever seen, descended from the heavens, embedding itself into the heart of Illyria. However, with this celestial boon came a foreboding prophecy: when the brightest star falls, shadows will rise, seeking its light. Only the true guardian can protect the heart and dispel the night. The once celebratory atmosphere turned tense. The kingdom's elders, aware of Cassia's unique connection with the celestials, entrusted her with the task of deciphering the prophecy and guarding the radiant stone. As night fell, the prediction began to unfold. From the kingdom's borders, dark apparitions, drawn to the stone's light, began their advance. Cassia, realizing the gravity of the situation, sought guidance from the stones. Their whispers led her to an ancient tome detailing the guardians of the Stone Veil, legendary protectors of celestials. She discovered that to activate the Stone Veil, a protective barrier, she'd need 3 artifacts: the Chalice of Echoes, the Mirror of the Abyss, and the Phoenix Feather. Joined by Lorien, a seasoned knight with a skepticism for magic but an unwavering sense of duty, Cassia embarked on her quest. Their journey would take them from the echoing caverns of Whispering Hollow to the treacherous peaks of the Firetal Mountains. And so, as the first shadows reached the gates of Illyria, Cassia and Lorien ventured forth, their fate and that of the kingdom intertwined with the stars above. The Whispering Hollow was their first destination, a maze of caves said to hold the Chalice of Echoes. Legends claimed that those who ventured in were often led astray by the cave's namesake echoes, mere phantoms of sound that mimicked lost loved ones or whispered temptations. Lorien, ever the skeptic, scoffed at the tales. Echoes are just sound reflecting off walls. We'll be in and out in no time. However, upon entering, he soon realized his folly. The caverns seemed alive. Every step they took multiplied 1,000 times, voices from their past calling out, trying to lure them deeper into the darkness. Lorien heard the voice of his younger sister, who'd passed away years prior, beckoning him to follow. Cassia, clutching a small celestial stone, whispered, "We mustn't listen. Focus on the true path." Following the stone's gentle pulsing, they navigated through the winding tunnels, the deceptive voices grown fainter until they reached a chamber bathed in silvery light. At its center stood a pedestal, atop which rested the Chalice of Echoes. After securing the first artifact, they journeyed to the edge of the Sapphire Tides, where the Mirror of the Abyss was said to be hidden. Here, the sea wasn't blue but as dark as the night, its depths holding many secrets. Guided by an old mariner's rhyme, they awaited the moon's zenith. As the lunar light hit the water's surface, a path of moonlit stepping stones emerged, leading to a solitary isle. On it, a monolith that mirrored the moonlight revealed the next artifact, the ethereal Mirror of the Abyss. The final piece, the Phoenix Feather, was said to reside at the summit of the Firetal Mountains. These peaks were named for the ever-present streams of lava that flowed down them, resembling the tails of mythical firebirds. Their climb was treacherous, the heat nearly unbearable. As they neared the summit, they encountered a magnificent sight: a phoenix, resplendent in its fiery plumage, guarding a nest. Within, a single, shimmering feather. Recognizing Cassia's pure intentions, the phoenix allowed her to approach. As she reached out to the feather, the phoenix sang a haunting melody, imbuing the feather with its essence. With all 3 artifacts in hand, they hurried back to Illyria, where the shadows had breached the outer walls and were closing in on the heart of the kingdom. Combining the power of the artifacts with her stonemancy, Cassia invoked the Stone Veil. A radiant barrier emerged, repelling the advancing shadows. However, the sheer number of the dark apparitions started to strain the barrier. Realizing they needed more power, Lorien, putting aside his skepticism, held Cassia's hand. Together, he whispered. Drawing strength from each other and the entire kingdom's collective will, the Stone Veil's light intensified, banishing the shadows once and for all. As dawn broke, Illyria was safe once more. Cassia's bond with the Celestials and her faith in their guidance had saved the kingdom. Lorien, now a believer in the magic of the stones, stood by her side, their destinies forever entwined with the stars. With the immediate threat dispelled, Illyria rejoiced. Cassia and Lorien were celebrated as heroes, their tales sung by bards and passed down as legends. However, amidst the festivities, Cassia felt a persistent tug from the radiant stone, the heart of Illyria. She approached the stone, her hand hovering over its pulsating surface. Images flooded her mind, distant galaxies, swirling nebulas, and a cosmic nexus connecting all celestial stones throughout the universe. Solanus, the kingdom's elder mage and a mentor to Cassia, approached her. "You've seen the nexus, haven't you?" he whispered. She nodded, her gaze still lost in the vastness of space. "It's calling out. There's an imbalance." Solanus sighed. When the radiant stone fell, it didn't just bring shadows to Illyria. It disturbed the celestial nexus. "We need to restore the balance, or other realms could face catastrophes far greater than ours." Lorien, overhearing their conversation, interjected, "Then we must set things right." Their new quest was clear: journey to the celestial nexus and mend the cosmic balance. Using the artifacts and the radiant stone as a guide, they embarked on a voyage unlike any before. They traveled not through lands or seas, but through the very fabric of the cosmos. The journey was filled with wonders and perils. They encountered sentient nebulae, navigated asteroid storms, and evaded black hole moors. Along the way, they discovered that the shadows which had invaded Illyria were cosmic parasites, latching onto celestial stones and disrupting the nexus. As they neared the nexus, a swirling vortex of pure energy at the crossroads of galaxies, they found it ensnared by these parasites. The once harmonious symphony of the cosmos was now a discordant cacophony. With determination, Cassia and Lorien, harnessing the combined powers of the artifacts and their own growing bond, confronted the parasites. A cosmic dance ensued, a struggle between the purity of celestial magic and the consuming void of the parasites. The battle tested their limits. Just when it seemed the shadows would prevail, the Phoenix's song echoed in Cassia's mind, reinvigorating them with newfound strength. They channeled this power into the Nexus, driving away the parasites and restoring the harmonious balance. The celestial Nexus, now free, pulsed with gratitude. In acknowledgement of their bravery, it bestowed upon them a gift, the ability to traverse the cosmos, ensuring the balance of the celestial stones across all realms. Returning to Illyria, Cassia and Lorien were not just heroes but cosmic guardians. While Illyria remained their home, the entire universe became their domain. Together, they ensured that the harmony of the celestial nexus was never again disrupted, their love and dedication becoming a beacon of hope across galaxies. Years passed, and the tales of Cassia and Lorien's cosmic voyages became the stuff of legends. In Illyria, under the guidance of the Radiant Stone, the kingdom flourished, reaching new heights of magic and technology. The Celestials' gifts were no longer mere remnants of fallen stars but active participants in the kingdom's growth, their magic interwoven with the fabric of everyday life. Cassia, with her deep connection to the Celestials, established the Starlight Academy. Here, young stonemancers learned not only to harness the power of the Celestials but to respect and understand the balance of the universe. Lorien, now a master warrior, trained the next generation of knights to defend the kingdom and protect the cosmic balance. However, true peace isn't the absence of conflict but the ability to cope with it. While the immediate threat of the cosmic parasites had been dealt with, new challenges arose. Neighboring realms, envious of Illyria's prosperity, sought to control the Radiant Stone's power. Diplomacy, however, was Cassia and Lorien's chosen path. They reached out to these kingdoms, sharing the knowledge and benefits of the Celestials. Their vision was not just a prosperous Illyria but a harmonious world where every realm could thrive. Over time, the boundaries that separated nations faded. The once jealous kingdoms now stood united, forming the Celestial Coalition, with Illyria as its heart. This alliance ensured that the lessons of the past were not forgotten, and the harmony of the Celestial Nexus was maintained. As Cassia and Lorien grew older, their roles evolved. No longer the young stonemancer and skeptical knight, they became wise leaders, their love story a testament to unity and understanding. One fateful night, under a sky lit with shooting stars, the couple ventured to the peak of Illyria's highest tower. With the Chalice of Echoes, the Mirror of the Abyss, and the Phoenix Feather in hand, they performed an ancient ritual. Their essence merged with the Radiant Stone, ensuring that their spirit and guidance would forever protect Illyria. In the annals of history, Cassia and Lorien's tale was inscribed not just as a story of heroism but as a reminder of unity, love, and the eternal balance of the cosmos. The legacy they left behind was not just a thriving kingdom but a world united under the watchful gaze of the stars.